the Black Ranger and the Green Ranger together.
Ugh.
Hey. What's going on, man?
Dude, technology is not my fan at all.
It's
Not
cool.
at all.
It's cool. I mean, I'm surprised actually because you're a graphic designer, so you
Oh
would
yeah,
think.
that doesn't matter at all. Like,
That's
technology is
funny.
not kind of people in general. So
Right. I was trying to have like the music going at the same time, but then like YouTube wants to be stupid. I was
there you
trying to
go.
have like a little theme to go with it, but it's been taking forever. I'm trying to have
Yeah.
trying to have technical difficulties. Now it's going.
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go.
Now we want to go.
Yeah.
I was trying to intro into it.
5 minutes in later.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, YouTube.
Yeah,
You know.
how it is.
Yeah. Thanks. I don't even need it now.
What's bad is that I have Dino Thunder like primed up over here. I could have just like rewound it and it would have been fine, but it's not really the same thing.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I would just wave to everybody. Hey, everybody! Thanks for joining. So I wanted to start this. I've been doing live for the past couple of weeks now, talk about wrestling, but I wanted to do something that was specifically.
Yeah, I saw the wrestling video. And
yeah.
I WrestleMania was like a big thing that got shut down. So like.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was supposed to be there. So.
Yeah, exactly. So there was a ton of people who were supposed to be there, and I didn't end up going. So.
Yeah, my heart. But I wanted to do this because I've been wanting to do this for a while to talk about stuff that really interests me, and obviously, the background speaks for itself over here.
I mean.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good.
It speaks for itself.
It was really good. I need to get one of those glasses. I don't know where to get them.
Yeah, that's IKEA. That's like $60 IKEA.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right. Now I know.
I can send you the link after.
Okay, that's perfect. That is perfect. So I wanted to take some time because I've been wanting to do like the podcast thing for a while, and then I just wanted to wait till the room was done before I had people come over to see everything. But since quarantine, I figured this is the next best thing. So I mean, we've met at Kineticon. Jump right into it.
That was great. I mean, that was all right. I'll be honest. That was my first time like hardcore cosplaying. So that was the first time experience. So, which was great. I led the I requested that photo shoot that we took part in, and that was fun. I mean, granted, Kineticon this year is supposed to still be happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a far way in advance, so maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm on the Discord channel, and it's people comment about it on daily basis.
Yeah. I try. I don't know. I'm not even sure if I was going to go anyway because I was thinking about going to BlurredCon this year.
Yep.
Because it's at the same time frame, and for some reason, I mean, for a couple of different reasons, I didn't really care for last year's one too much. It wasn't really a great highlight as it was before. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was great because it had a lot of awesome moments.
Yeah.
And especially with the Ranger suit on. It was just.
Yeah, you had a lot of photos taken of you, so I remember.
Yeah, there's so much that I haven't seen. That people took. I don't know who for paper or online stuff. I don't know who saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, who took pictures of me, but I don't even know. It was a lot that was going on Facebook, Instagram, and everything. I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah. I remember Common Ramen was there, and Brian Elliott was there, and I'm trying to remember like big names that were there too. Those are the two that pop out because I kept in contact with them as well as you. So. Yeah.
There's a few that I was able to keep contact with. That I really connected with, whatever, and it was like, oh, you're in the same area, It's just and then came after that. I mean, by doing so, the whole East Coast Power Rangers proposal came up and everything. Yep. That just getting everyone around from the area, from here, Mass, New York. So that all came to play. But I'm very happy because we wouldn't be talking now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was just surprised about the showing of Rangers because I've seen them here and there sprinkled out over the years.
Yeah.
But,
it was surprising, very surprising to me because when I organized it, I kept posting that there's a Facebook group for Kineticon, like the social post on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I kept posting like, does anybody want to do this? Anybody want to? And no one really replied. So I was like, I don't even know if I would really want to do this, but I was like, there's, Walter Jones is going to be there, and Austin St. John's going to be there, and Karen Ashley is going to be there, and Johnny. Right. I was like, we have to have a photo shoot when there's like original Power Rangers, like the first 2 seasons of Power Rangers.
Right.
Didn't need to have a photo shoot. The only thing that I was upset with was that I guess the time frame for the photo shoot was exactly when all 4 of those people were also having signings. So like there could have been more people that
we don't know. Yeah. I didn't even know that there was a group meeting, a photo shoot. It was only by chance that it happened because say if I did it the day before or whatnot, but I knew Saturday was the main day, and that's what I wanted to debut the suit that I've been working so hard to get together. Mm-hmm. And just like, Jason Day, Walter Jones and the whole crew, they were going to be there. And I wanted to get that moment for myself because it meant a lot. So think about that moment and then come to meeting you and then meeting the whole group of everyone else. Like, I was like, what is going on? I didn't expect it.
I remember those 2 guys. I forget their names. The 2 guys that dressed up like the red and green Super Power Rangers. They were Mario Brothers. Right.
Yeah.
Photo. Yeah, I remember them specifically. I wish I got their information, but it happens.
Yeah, man.
I have the moment seized in photos forever, but
especially like the kids. Kids
that was great. We had a photo shoot with I think he was Donatello. I think he was one of the Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think he was Donatello, but that kid loved us.
Yeah,
that was great. That was just by chance. He was like, "Oh my God, there's all the Power Rangers right there."
It messed me up because I was lucky to like have a recording because it's for my vlogs and stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, holy crap! Like when he was seeing everybody leave, like he was giving hugs before he left with his mom.
Yeah, giving hugs.
And then he was like, "Oh." Like, literally, I can't forget the Black Ranger. I was like, because I was like, okay, bye. I'm not even thinking anything.
He runs back, and he's like, no, I got to give this guy a hug.
Yo, I melted right there. I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that was kind of the moment where I was like, okay, I'm definitely bringing this cosplay back next year.
So. Oh, God, yes. Yeah. Like, especially you spend so much money on it. The time and wait.
I'm getting money. Everything. I'm getting at least 4 uses out of this right here, right now. Because I did like the morning, which is I think when you and I first saw each other. I walked the floor when you and I first saw each other, and so I did that, and then I like went back to the hotel room. I was like, okay, I need a break because it was like 100 degrees that day, and I was saying to myself, I was like, I don't know if the idea for the photo shoot's good outside because like the helmets.
Oh man. How did you like see in the helmet? Like did you
that seeing was pretty easy.
Did you put the method for like because I know with the fogging up, because my fear was like, okay, fogging up, I can't see. And then I looked online or one of the groups, one of the Facebook groups, Ranger groups, that say put dishwashing soap. Just rub it in. That's what you did. Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
But you know what? As the day went on, I start to see the soap start to melt. Like it went from being dry to coming down. I start seeing suds. I was like, oh man, this ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, by the end of that photo shoot, I was like, all right, I'm just going to take my helmet off. So there's photos of me with my helmet off, just holding it, because I was like, I'm done.
I waited till after the shoot was done. I think that's what I waited. I waited till after the shoot was done to do it, because I had a whole thing because my hair at the time, it was it was hard to keep in the helmet and
Yeah.
under the suit. Now it would be a lot easier because I don't have it no more. So it will be a lot easier to put on and take off.
Yeah. Well,
okay,
you got your helmet from Tyler Ozzo, didn't you?
Yo.
Yeah.
So talented and
so immaculate. Like,
it was awesome. Like,
perfect.
I want to do more with them. I'm thinking of doing like what is it? I want to do Zeo, the green Zeo, and Beast Morphers, the red Beast Morpher.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been wanting to do them since. Well, I like Go Buster. I always liked it. I always liked the suit.
Yeah, Go Buster's a great series.
Yeah. So I mean, it was just, and then it was like, okay, y'all can make it. I was just waiting. I asked him, and he said, yeah, we can do it. I'm like, cool. I just got to get the money for it.
I have asked him how much he charges. Yeah, and I'm like, you're really good, but I can't afford that right now.
Yeah, at the moment I can't, but at the time it was like I was able to. It was all that, but not everything going on. But the time frame is really good with them. With Tyler Ozzo.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean,
really good.
I mean,
I
was 100%. Yeah, I was 100% Anarchy, and
so when you told me Anarchy, I was like, how many years? How many years?
It was 2.5 years. Yeah, and they sent me the wrong size boots when I first got it. Like, wrong size boots, 2.5 years. I text them or message them, Facebook message them, and I'm like, you guys sent me somebody else. They had somebody else's name on the bottom of them. And I was like, it's definitely not mine. So they were like, oh, well, it was from a canceled order that has the same foot size as you. I was like, okay, that's fine. I understand that. The calf size is double my size.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the foot.
It doesn't matter.
Calves. So, and I didn't know that about this whole Ranger thing, about the calves measurement.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew that. I never thought of it. And it makes so much sense. And then, like, especially the comfortability and walking around.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, 2 years is... I mean, I've heard the stories. And
I've heard some grim stories. 5 years was one I heard. And I was like, no, it's 5 years. Somebody was waiting 5... I think somebody's still waiting 5 years.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that observe and watch, and I learn from other people before I do it. And I say and take their stories and I use and use it as so. But I knew the whole thing with Anarchy, and I knew they were great at the time. But over the years, there's been a lot more other folks coming up.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more people
doing things, and they doing things a little bit faster. But I mean, Anarchy has so many orders and stuff. But this type of thing was going on with Anarchy even before they got even more popular.
So I had mentioned it to you before earlier today that I'm a fairly new person to the community. I've been around since like 2015. The whole reason that I went with Anarchy was because
East Coast Power Rangers in the house.
So I went with Anarchy originally because I was on Ranger Board, and that's where they became popular. That's where
you're right.
And I message people about, are they reliable? How long is the turnaround? Oh, 4 to 6 months, you'll get it. And this is 2014, 6 years ago.
Wow.
So Ranger Board was great and all, except like now that we have like so many Power Ranger groups on Facebook.
There's so many now. I mean, I remember when I first, like, I've always been a part of the community, but never as a cosplayer. In that sense, like, I've been doing cosplay for a while, but I was always scared of becoming a ranger. And it was like, I feel like kind of like a Star Wars, Star Trek cosplay thing, where once you become it, that's it. Like, you got to do it right. You can't.
That's why originally I was like, I'm not gonna, like, my first cosplay, I'm not gonna, try to make my own. I'm not confident enough in that.
Yeah.
Now I'm, my wife's making her own stuff, and it looks amazing, and
that's dope.
But we're both into it. And I don't know, she was the Sailor Jupiter, I think, that day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we did like a green thing that day. So
right.
I was the Green Ranger and she was Sailor Jupiter.
Yes,
so.
I do remember her. Yes.
Yeah.
My thing was like also trying to get my friends, like my friend Daryl. He's on the live right now because he loves the Red Ranger. So I'm like, dude, you got to do it. You got to do it one day.
I was supposed to do it on Sunday last year, but all the pieces just didn't come together.
Yeah.
So.
And you got everything from Anarchy, right? All of it, like
the green one, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm branching out now and realizing that I probably should have done more research before I had bought it in the first place. But,
see, I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I mean, sometimes I was scared about it, but I looked at other people's stuff. Okay, you got your boots from over here. You got your belts from over here. Okay, okay. Where can I get a buckle? Like who?
I did
all that. I did all that research.
I did. It's not really cosplay. It was a Halloween party. My brother threw a Halloween party at his house, and I was like, I'm gonna go as the Red Ranger this year because I have literally everything. I had the Legacy helmet. I had a bodysuit. I had the blaster from when me and my brother were kids. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it. And then I contacted Cyan Bobbitt and that Ranger girl, and she made a belt for me in a holster, and
she's dope. She's freaking dope. I was gonna have commissioned her to do my belt as well at the time, but in the time frame, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna save working with her for something else, and you know, and then that's why I got my guy from over in Canada, you know, because the time frame was a lot faster, and I was trying to
not international shipping.
Yeah. So it was just that's the only reason I did it, but. You know, I'm gonna definitely work with her. But
Cyan's great. She's a lovely person, and
she's dope at what she does. Really, have you seen her Fiend belt for wrestling?
Yeah,
I mean, it's beautiful.
I've seen her do the costume for the Freak and Wonder Woman. The Wonder Woman suit's great.
It's coming. I mean, she's just dope at what she does. So I want to touch base. Like, what started you? Like, what got you, like, were you always since from the beginning, or, like, did you just stumble upon Power Rangers? Like, how did it work for you?
So, when my brother and I were really little, I mean, it's the 90s, so, like, Power Rangers was huge, and we always watched the show, and we were such big fans that our grandmother actually knit us our own costumes. Like, we still have them. They're made of wool. And
wait, are you talking about the Halloween one?
No. She made Halloween costumes for us.
Oh, just like the one that my aunt made was like it was like a Joyce fabric type of thing. It was like a little pack. They give you like the little stencils and everything, and then you just.
She might have gotten the stencils. I don't know if the stencils kit or not, but she sewed us these. I don't even know. Now I got to look back. We have them in our attic. So he was the Red Ranger because he was he was the bigger brother, which he's on watching this right now. So I got to put that in. And
I felt the disdain when you had to say that. You was the older brother.
I look back because I was the Black Ranger. And there's pictures of us. I think I used it in my I made a wedding video for when me and my wife got married. And there's a photo of me and him together as Power Rangers when we were like, I think he was like 5 and I was 3 or somewhere around there in the 90s. So we'd always loved watching the show and the franchise and everything. And I think what a catalyst was same year that I started on Ranger Board was. Jason David Frank was coming to Hartford in Comic-Con.
Wow! Yeah.
And I had always told my friend Greg, I need 3 signatures in my lifetime. I need Kevin Conroy for Batman.
Yes. I'll wait for that one.
Yeah. I need Mark Hamill and I need Jason David Frank. So I was like, you got to go to this thing with me. And so we went. I wore the White Ranger T-shirt from Hot Topic, and
wait. How long ago was this?
It was 2014.
Okay, all right.
Like 6 years ago. So
okay, yeah, because you know what? Yeah, I didn't get to see that one.
It was at Foxwoods, I think.
Okay, what is that? Okay.
It's Comic Con, so it's Comic and then
wait.
CONN.
it used to be the Hartford Comic Con, right? And then it became Comic Con.
That was Terrificon. That was yeah, it was like Terrificon used to be called like CT Con or
no, but
like
matter of fact, no, actually that was the one. Yeah, matter of fact, his booth was like all the way at the end. Like Ric Flair was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's why I got my picture. And I was there.
Yeah, you're there. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I was Bishop.
We have probably crossed paths before last.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait, because I only know he only came up here one time.
Yeah, he only came up here one time. But that's why I was like, Greg, we have to go because he's never up here. He's never. He's he goes to New York Comic Con and I'm not dishing out that much money to just get a signature.
Yeah.
So we got there and he was late, but there was a whole line of people waiting for him. There was one guy, I remember it was one guy who had the Dragon Dagger. He had the Legacy Collection figures. Mm-hmm. He had the Morpher. He just had a stack of stuff. He had Funko Pops.
Oh, he's trying to sell that stuff.
He's definitely trying to sell it. And me, I have my 2 Funko Pops in my backpack, and I'm like, okay, and so we waited like an hour, and he came very magnetic, very charismatic man, and so I get up to the front of the line, and he can kind of tell, oh well, you're looking over there in the corner. My friend Greg is over there by the ATM, just like standing there. I was like, oh, that's my best friend, and he's just staring at us. He goes, why don't you just tell him to come over? He comes over, he signs my 2 Pops, and he signs, I think he had like a little business card for his, karate dojo that he always has, and he just signs it, and he gave it to him. We took like 4 pictures with him, something like that.
Wow.
Very, very nice guy. But I was like, okay, I definitely just want to get involved with this community that I already know existed on Ranger Board.
Right, right.
So that was the moment where I was like, okay, I want to get more involved and I want to, just kind of learn more about it. So that's, and I was like, that's really what I wanted to do was I wanted to be the Green Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
So I researched, on Ranger Board about Anarchy and, cosplay in general. I have a few friends that cosplay before, when we were in high school, and I had never done anything like that because like I was a big football player, player. I wasn't okay with how nerdy I actually was for a long time.
I think that's the thing for everyone as they get older, they realize they start to give less F's about everyone's opinion and just do what they feel makes them happy.
Yeah, I think it was like around college. Like college was an eye-opening experience for me, and I was like, I really love all this stuff. I like Pokemon, I like movies, I like science fiction, but like Power Ranger wise, that's kind of the catalyst. And
right.
I know that like a lot of I know my grandparents passed away a few years ago now, but like they were super involved in my brother and my childhood.
Right.
And I was actually talking to him today, and I was like, I think a big reason why I'm into all the stuff that, as an adult, as I am when I was a kid,
right,
is the fact that like I kind of like keep their memory alive just by liking this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that what is weird that you say that because that was the type of reason I had for me to be doing actually do the Black Ranger.
Yeah.
My aunt passed away that same year, that fall. So she always was the type to keep me, let me be myself when it comes to that. And then she made my first Power Ranger thing. And, it was always a thing for years, joking about that Power Rangers thing. But I always kept watching it and collecting and stuff. But when she passed, I felt like, okay, I have to do this. And then it was like that happening. And then knowing that, Walter Jones is showing up. And I'm like, holy crap, he's coming. Last time I saw him, I was like, I had the jacket that I made. That was cool. But I need to be like, this would be, full circle. And I swear to God, I stayed in the gym on a regular basis, because I didn't want to disappoint. Yeah.
That's the other part of being, a cosplayer is you got to like, it motivates you to keep fit in ways that you couldn't imagine.
hence why I wanted to do Go Buster, because you don't have to wear tights. It's just a 2-piece outfit. It's an easy. This is just an easy pleather outfit. It'll be hot, but it's it's a little lenient. But I definitely understand what you mean, and that's a great motivation to do it. To keep it going, and I think that's probably what helped you not want to go all the way over to Anarchy himself and be like, "Where's my freaking suit?"
Oh no, I did that all the time. No, I did that a lot. There's a chain of messages. I'm just like, where's this? And I.
Oh no, I mean like not go over and kill him already.
Okay. Right.
I'm gonna kill this guy. Where's my stuff? It helped you keep a simple. Helped you a little bit from not doing it. Like I'm gonna get a flight.
Yeah, I did think about that for a time because I was like, what's funny is that when I contacted them for the suit originally, I was like, can you make this day? Because I was like, I want to go to the the next convention and give it a little birth time. He's like, oh, that's fine. A month before, he's like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. I'm like, okay, great. So,
are you ever gonna? Because now that you have it, now so you have the green, right? Only, right?
Yeah, I have the green. I'm working on. I'm working on a different kind of red. So I've been like procuring stuff. Super Geek Designs made a bodysuit.
That's what they made mine.
Yeah. Yep. So Dave Kirk made a bodysuit, a custom made bodysuit for me, and I'll send you the picture after.
Yeah. Now, is this like a merger type of thing? Like
it's like it's basically like what if instead of Kimberly from the comics was taken over by the Sword of Darkness, but it's Jason. So
I'm already seeing where you're going with this. Yeah, as soon as you said Kimberly, I was like, yeah, it already came to my head like, holy crap.
Yeah. So that's the idea. So like, I think I posted in the group a while back, and I posted a photo of it, and I'd asked suggestions for like names because it's not technically a ranger that exists.
It's cool because, I mean, you have what is it? Blurred Vision. They had their Unworthy. Unworthy Rangers, which was dope. And some of those suits were. I mean, their suits itself. The main cast were their own original look to it, which is dope.
They had their own twist to it.
Yeah, I loved it. And then they even had some other people that did the cameos that had their own version of their vision of the suits. That damn near was like better than the movie stuff, whatever. Like I feel like some of the stuff that we see fan made wise, that they put their work hard, blood, sweat, and tears into to make the suit come to life. It really shocks and just makes you happy because it's like this person thought of this. They had a vision and they did whatever they had to do to make this thing, and it looks beautiful. Or just seeing people take the drawings that people saw, like you would see on like different on Google or whatever, and like, oh, I like that. I want to make that one.
Yeah, I mean, what was the Jalen Velasquez? He was one of the people that was at Kineticon last year. He made a Gyarados Ranger. That thing was amazing.
Yep.
So
it was
completely custom made. It was awesome.
I loved it because it was like you didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't. He had sent
it was a great merge.
Yeah, he had sent me a picture of it, and I was like, "That's really cool."
Yeah, and he did it himself. He was like,
"Yeah,
how did you?" But it's like, how? And why am I not so talented? I want to be like that.
Yeah, it brings you back down to earth, and you're like, then you just kind of like take a breath, look around, and start. It's funny because like you mentioned, I'm a graphic designer by trade, and when I came into cosplaying, I was like, this is a whole other field. Like,
custom rangers are my favorites. Yes, for real.
Yeah. So,
what was that? Hey, bro, what's going on, bro? Who's that? Joe, is this? Oh, that's so nice. Is that your brother? Who's that? I can't see.
I see my dad, my brother, my
friend. Oh, that's so cool. Got the whole family. Okay.
My friend Mike, which is hopefully still playing. Mike, we might play Call of Duty later. I don't know yet. So,
have you played the game by any chance? The Ranger game?
Yeah, I downloaded Battle for the Grid, I think last week, because it came on Xbox Game Pass. So I was like, oh, it's free. Right. Great.
Yeah.
But I mean, I liked it for the first 3 levels, and then the difficulty ramps up for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
I have it on my phone, and I have it for Switch. I'd much rather I like it on Switch better because you could touch the controls and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's a lot easier. But yeah, it's fun. It's a dope, fun game, and they have like seasons or whatever. And I'm like, I'm at work, and so I'm like, what? I missed a season? How did I? When did I? This is not story mode now.
Well, I had for a really long time done the Legacy Wars on the phone. Like,
right.
Really long time. Like it's like the second that the movie came out, I was playing Legacy Wars.
Right.
I think we had like a anniversary party or something at a restaurant, and I'm sitting there playing on my phone. So.
What was I going to ask you? Favorite season?
I know I'm going to sound like
is it going to be controversial?
No, it's just always because it's nostalgic. Like I like the first season because it reminds me of when I was a kid, when when me and my brother used to watch it.
Right.
But, like in terms of writing, it would be In Space.
Right.
But then, like my top 3 are the first season, In Space, and Ninja Storm, like in that order. So
like, I always look at like, when you think sports and music and all that, Mighty Morphin's like the Michael Jordan, the Michael Jackson. It's the top tier. It's like you almost can't even rank it because you already know it's gonna be top. The first one. But it does bring back a lot of memories when you're a kid. Yeah, exactly. I remember when it used to come on at like 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So watching the Green Ranger saga. So it definitely has a soft spot in everybody's lives. Funny thing I noticed is that I don't care who you are, if you want to be like the most toughest guy in the room. If you see a person come in with like a Power Ranger shirt, or even come in as a Power Ranger themselves, that toughness goes out the window.
Yeah.
They freak out like, oh my God, it's a Power Ranger. So I don't care.
Every time.
Yeah, every time. Like it could be a guy who's like done, murders and stuff, is in jail. But if a Power Ranger walk in, he's gonna freak the hell out.
God. Oh
yeah. it brings a nostalgia, a feeling that is really hard to explain. But like when you look at that, or you see like Ninja Turtles or whatever. Like
the same way. Like I'm a big fan of the Turtles too. So
yeah, and I mean it brings something to you like a soft spot, of like a little happy place that you put back in your brain.
Yeah.
Like even at my desk at work, I have a little Black Ranger, on my desk.
Like, the little loyal subjects guy.
Yeah. So I keep it there, as a so I know who I am when I'm at work, and people know when they see my stuff. So I don't care. I used to like like you said, being scared about showing that side.
Yeah, I mean, I got more used to it as I got to be an adult, and now as an adult, I kind of forced that upon all of my friends. One of my friends is a big Dragon Ball Z fan. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. So like in college, when we weren't really friends when we started living together.
Right.
We just happened to be playing football, and we were like, this, I guess, is just the best of the situation. And then spring came around, and he like looked at me and goes, what do you want to watch? And I was like, I don't know. There's no good like animes or anything.
Yeah.
He goes, what about Dragon Ball Z? I was like, oh my God, yes. And we both
another one.
We binged the entire Frieza saga in like a week, something like that. We skipped over like going to classes sometimes, and just we skipped going to dinners and just ordered out.
Just the like that was when you watch Dragon Ball, that was like your soap opera in a way, because you was like every time they leave you on a cliffhanger every day, and you just gotta watch it.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, you just got to watch it.
He's gonna kill that guy next time.
And then you know what? And then I would watch that show at 5:30 when it came on, and then I would watch the 11:30 show, which was like the more uncut version.
Yep. Yeah.
Just to see what they did put in.
You know what's funny is that I've since rewatched, because you're an adult and can pay for Funimation now. I've since rewatched it. I watched from the Android saga all the way through to Boo. There's so much stuff cut out.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that we didn't see when we were kids that you see now, or even stuff that they left in that you never really paid attention to. I didn't know Master Roshi was such a perv at the time.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know certain things even when I watched Dragon Ball that was like shouldn't have been airing, but they aired it.
Yeah.
And I didn't recognize it as a kid, but I'm like, oh my god, they did that. I forgot all about that.
Goku like looked at Bulma's.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
All right, so Ninja Storm is a great season. I do love Ninja Storm.
I just rewatched the whole season.
I still want to get because there's 2 mannequins that they made, like the one I have, the Wild Range.
Yeah, the Wild Force Red.
And they have the Ninja Storm, and I do want that. I've
seen some people have it.
I've seen, but they're not for sale, or I can't, or they're like really far out.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was by chance I found this guy on OfferUp, and I just put it in Power Rangers because, like many things I do, I look like, what do you got? Let's see, Power Rangers. Like the first thing I saw when I looked on YouTube years ago, when it was only like 5 or 10 minutes, was Power Rangers, and that's how I figured, it's all the Sentai stuff. I can watch it now,
Yeah.
What was your worst season? What's your worst season of Power Rangers?
I really hated Turbo. And not because like they're cars.
Yeah.
It was the writing got bad. And like me as a kid, I shouldn't notice bad writing. I noticed bad writing. But the good thing that comes out of Turbo to me is TJ. TJ was my favorite person or character from that season.
Right.
And kind of pissed that he takes a backseat in space, but like,
I thought it was dope that he was around and we got a Red Ranger that was black. For a kid, for me, I was like, he looks just like me. He's not like me, but he's just like me. But I just didn't hate the whole change because at the beginning of it, like
the change was fine. I rewatched it 2 weeks ago, and it's
right.
But it's just like the story elements and the fact that I didn't like Divatox. I like Divatox as a good villain, but comparatively to the 2 people that came before her, I was like, it's kind of a letdown. That was I don't have like a real problem with it, but it lost interest. When I was a kid, I lost interest.
I have always loved the Machine Empire after Rita and Zed. I did like them, but they kind of became less toned down as time went too.
That kind of seems like the prevailing theory is that when something gets too real, they pull it really far back.
But nothing will ever beat Lord Zed when he first showed up, though.
Oh yeah,
like he was scary in the beginning. I loved him. I mean, but then we had parents, call in, tone it down, and it was like, oh man.
Yeah, it was probably not considering the things that are on TV now. We're probably just 20 years before, ahead of the curve.
Exactly. I did think. I mean, I didn't care for them as the as the Turbo Rangers, because I felt like they were taking up the spot for the original crew. I felt like they fell more into their own when they got in space.
Yeah. When I went to Kineticon the first year, so not last year, the year before, it was my first convention with my wife, and we were just kind of go to look. I'd gone to conventions before, but we were going to make a thing of it. We were going to actually go to the vendors and do panels and stuff. And Christopher Kamen Lee and Justin Nemo were there, and awesome. I was like, I really want to sit down and enjoy this panel.
He called me an asshole.
Yeah,
it was dope.
Justin Nemo is sitting there. He's like, okay, when is Chris gonna show up? Like, so
But they were
he's got the silver helmet like sitting there. Chris like busts in with his helmet. He goes, "Oh, this is where it is." And I was like, "This is Andros." Okay, I can see that.
But it's funny when I was there because he's gonna be an asshole because I had the jacket made I made my jacket, but it was for TJ, the blue. So he was just because it wasn't the red, but it was funny. It was in jokes, but it was funny because I seen him at the bar. Me and my friends was walking around, trying to find something to do that night, and I saw them when we got to go to the bar. And I'm like, I don't even drink, but I was like, I'll go and hang out. But I was like,
I'll just have a drink.
But my friend was like, no, let's not do it. But I was like, but they're right there, though. They're right there.
It's actually, that's definitely like a dream of mine, is just to walk into a bar and there's a Power Ranger there, and he's like, yeah, just come over and like sit. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't even matter what Ranger it is. It's just any Ranger, and be like, oh, just come and have a drink. Sierra is the one that I really want to have a drink with because Christopher Lee said like she can hold her own alcohol. I was like, I would just like to go do that with her.
Yeah, but every Ranger interaction I've had has never been a bad one. It was everyone's so sweet. They're all so cool.
Everyone's super nice.
I got to morph with the Rangers, this year. I was so happy that day. I was like, I can't believe this is going down. Like, because I went to every panel. We went to every panel they did that weekend because I'm like, maybe I might hear something different, or whatever. Yeah. But who knew I was going to take a picture and do the whole Power Rangers thing? It was dope. Every interaction was dope. Try not to, I don't know when exactly the thing cut off, but I would like for you to let people know more about your business, your T-shirts, because I still have my eye on the Stronger Than Before picture T-shirt.
That seems to be a favorite around.
It is so dope. Like, you don't think about it until you realize, like, the symbols. It's like those. It's in my trait of like the sneaky moments. Yeah, it's subtle. I love it. What prompted you to do this?
I had never seen a Zeo shirt. That was really it. I was like, Zeo's like a top 5 kind of series for everybody. Everybody kind of puts it in the top 5. But I had never seen like a shirt. I'd seen In Space shirts. I'd seen, Ninja Storm shirts. I've seen, through the years, and I'd never seen a Zeo shirt. And what's funny is that my favorite theme song is Zeo. Just because it's like Stronger Than Before, and you get really excited.
But it has a Queen type of feel to it at the same time.
Yeah, it has a very classic rock feel, and so I think I was sitting on the couch one day. I was like, I gotta make a shirt. I gotta make a Zeo shirt, and that's what came out of it. And I was like, I want it to be able to be for each of the 6 Rangers. So
yeah.
Like, what's the subtle change that I can do? And I was like, oh, I can just change the color of the
font.
Of the font.
Yeah.
So that was like it. I was like, all right, I'm done.
But it's subtle, but you don't think about it, and you can use that. Stronger Than Before it can be for anything, like cancer survivors, everything, corona survivors,
Everyone that I have talked to about the shirt has said that they've either used it for a gym shirt, which is the first thing that somebody, the first purchase that somebody had of the shirt was like, I'm going to use this as a gym shirt. So I was like, okay. And then I got a photo like 2 days later, and he's, doing shoulder exercises with a dumbbell. And he's like, yeah, this is going to be my new gym shirt. I know a lot of people who originally ordered it as like a tank. I had offered it at the time as a tank. But yeah, that's what it seems to be. The prevailing theory is that it's a gym shirt, and I was like, okay. So
it's a dope. Now, with like, so are we gonna keep it going? Like, are we doing more? Like ideas for shirts?
So I had posted today. I don't know if you saw it.
You
liked it. So somebody had posted. Somebody had purchased a shirt.
Okay.
And they had posted that it came in. And they're really excited about it. And somebody had commented on the photo that, oh, well, like I could make this for free. And I was like, well, it's kind of my design. Like, so long story short, he, was like, I'm not going to make it into your I'm not going to steal your design. And we talked it out like adults. And but then I had remembered that a lot of my designs, even in the past, a lot of my previous designs have been stolen, have been people have been pushing them off as their own and selling them. That happened a lot when Pokemon Go came out, and I had done like Game of Thrones inspired team shirts. Yeah. So I'd done those, and those got robbed a lot. Like people kept, I had to track down like 4 or 5 different people that were selling them on their websites. And
this is where that watermark comes into place.
That's the thing, is that they're all watermarked things. I don't know how they're getting it.
Wow.
I don't know. So I was on AliExpress this past weekend, and I was, browsing through, because they're slowly reopening.
Right.
And I had typed in my old username. That's my gamer tag for Xbox, and my designs came up. My stuff came up, and so I'm like that. And they're selling for like $9 a shirt, and it's like, no, that's. So I contacted the store, and I contacted AliExpress, but they're out there still, and I'm trying to take them down. But yes, I know about copyright and trademark law. It's just people don't care about
no,
especially when they're in different countries. So.
No. I mean, you always get a knockoff Gucci or Louis somehow. I think that just comes with the territory, and also kind of a compliment to your work too, because it's that good that somebody wants to copy it,
Yeah, I mean I forget the phrase. It's the greatest form of flattery is imitation or something like that.
Yeah, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, yes.
That's what it is, yeah. I got it backwards. But yeah, so I mean I had announced that I was taking down my TeePublic store, because that's the only place that I had these designs available. So.
And now you got on Etsy right now? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. So now I started an Etsy shop, because I was like, TeePublic manufactures great stuff, but I don't have any control over it.
So how does Etsy work?
So Etsy works through that I, get an order, and then I contract out a third party printer to print it, and then they ship directly to the consumer. But I actually have a hand with talking to the printers, instead of TeePublic, where basically I'm licensing out my intellectual property to them, and they create the product. So
this is more in-house.
Hand in that. Yeah.
So this is more in-house thing.
I have more control over it. I can talk to the customers. TeePublic, I couldn't do that. Etsy, you guys can talk to me and send me a message, and I can find things out. Because that's what happened, is that somebody, it was like Eddie Blake, Botello, something like that. I'm just thinking about it now. He had messaged me, and he had purchased a shirt, and he didn't like the color of it, and we researched it back, and he had bought it from TeePublic. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, there's nothing I can do about it because of that. But if you had bought, it was probably, he had probably bought it before I even had Etsy. But I was like, now you can talk to me about this stuff, and I can figure it out for you. So it just gives me more control, and I have a one-on-one rapport with customers. That was really the big difference that I wanted to take care of, was like people would complain about it, and I couldn't do anything about it because I'm not the one printing anything.
Yeah, but since you're the figurehead of the whole thing anyway, they're not thinking about TeePublic is all you. So if anything happens, it's your fault. And that's the sucky thing about, having your own thing like that. You are responsible, but when you license your stuff out to another company to do the thing, you're still the figurehead, no matter what. They're going to still look at you. But I'm glad that you had to figure it out that you're going to do it on Etsy. You could tell people where to find you on Etsy. Like, what's the...
Oh, the name's MH Graphic Designs. That's the store name. It's the same name as my Instagram handle. I have a Facebook page, same name. So I have like 30 different designs. I don't only do Power Rangers.
He does it. He's really good, y'all. He's really good at what he does. Like,
I have a few Dragon Ball Z designs. I actually have one that I made for my friend Mike that's on here that I did for his birthday. And I haven't put that one up yet, but I was looking through like old files on Facebook, and I posted them. I was like, I really need to bring that back. I have a ton of. I did actually do a Pokemon design today. I have a ton of Pokemon stuff because that's how I really started.
I mean, everybody loves Pokemon. I just watched Detective Pikachu for the second time the other day.
Exactly.
So it's really good
on HBO. So.
What else do I want to say to you? Because I enjoy and I'm happy that we was able to do this. This has been awesome. We got to do this again, and I got a few things I want to talk to you about that I'm thinking of now. That I think you can help me with.
Well, I mean, I'm quarantined, so I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, same here. You got nothing but walls and ideas, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I got collections and a Fire Stick and game consoles. That's
the things to keep us alive and keep us going. What is it? So I just want to tell you thank you because I don't know how long this is going to be on here when it cuts off.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you for having me.
I've been wanting to do this.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. You can check him out. I'll put his information down below. I will be posting this on YouTube as well and putting his information down there. Yeah, man, this has been great.
Yeah, thanks, Don.
Yeah, man, this is great. Hopefully we could do another shoot somehow. Some way, do some,
Yeah, I mean, I know, like I said, I think that they're planning to do Kineticon, but I don't think I'm going to be attending either way.
I don't think I'm going this year. Like I said, even if they does come back, I don't think this will be my first year from years.
Yeah, it'll be my first year in 3 years. So
yeah, so we were always trying to figure out something ourselves and try to get something figured out and get something together. But more on that on another time, or after we get done with this.
Yeah, sure.
But I would just sign off right quick. Thank you guys for watching. Thank Matthew for joining me on the show.
Thank you.
East Coast Power Rangers. Oh yeah, I do have my Power Ranger shirt.
I didn't wear mine, so.
if you have birthday, Christmas coming through later, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. If you're a Power Ranger fan, a Pokemon fan, on the above, please check his stuff out on Etsy. The man is really dope at what he does.
Thanks.
And, you can follow him on here too, on Instagram and get the up-to-date stuff. And without further ado, I'm just awkward as always. And I want to sign off because that's all I can do right now. But thanks, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it.
All right, that's been Power Chat. That's what I'm calling it. So
Power Chat.
The first entry of Power Chat. This is the first one for the live. This things you can do during quarantine.
Yeah, you can create a whole web series. So
yes, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. All right, guys. This is your boy Awkward. I'm out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.